The Rhetoric of Visual Thinking. Guest lecturer, Dr. Abigail Heiniger. Visual thinking is a term used to describe the convergence of aesthetic language and critical thinking, i.e., analyzing visual images. In this lecture, we're going to look at the 6 elements of visual thinking. In future lectures, we're going to apply these elements to fairy tale images and illustrations. The elements of visual thinking: color, line, space, human body, context, and argument. Color. Color can function in a vast range of ways. Color theory began with Isaac Newton's optics in 1704, which looks at the physical nature of color. Today, color theory also encompasses psychological, emotional, and the symbolic nature of color. Color can function to set the tone or create a mood for an image. For example, Vincent van Gogh's Sunflowers from 1888 uses golds and browns and oranges to create a warm feeling, pictured here. Van Gogh's Starry Night, 1889, uses a broad range of blues to create a cool, perhaps even a calm feeling, seen here. These are a dramatic pair of paintings about Judith by Artemisia. They both use shadow and light to heighten the drama of the scene where Judith cuts off the head of her enemies. This picture is actually found in the Detroit Institute of Art, close to Wayne State University. Now we move on to line. Lines are points that move through space. They implicitly or explicitly move the viewer's eye in a specific direction. This movement can function to create a sense of depth and space. Lines may also have an emotional or psychological effect on the viewer. They can create a feeling of stability or a feeling of drama. Few types of lines that we're going to look at today are internal implied lines, lines of sight, explicit lines, and angles. This is the Pietas by Michelangelo. Look at the stability of the lines implied by these figures. The sitting, the horizontal Christ in the stable sitting arms of his mother Mary. And here, this picture uses dramatic diagonal lines to create a sense of drama as Napoleon is conquering Europe. The cloak, the horse, the wind-whipped hair all create both explicit and implicit lines. The pointed finger would be an implicit line, whereas the bridle and the hair are explicit lines. Lines of sight include both the viewer's lines of sight and Napoleon, who is gazing out at the viewer. Space. Real space is three-dimensional. It has height, depth, and width. In art, space may be real, three-dimensional art objects such as sculpture in the round, like the Pietas that we looked at earlier. Or it might be an illusion created with lines and colors in a two-dimensional plane, such as a painting. Both line and color may be used to manipulate space in art. The manipulation of space in an art object can have an emotional or psychological effect on the viewer. Seen below, you have the Virgin and Child from about 1536. This is an example of sculpture in the round. It's a three-dimensional object that occupies physical space. By contrast, this drawing creates an illusion of space with the use of vanishing point, converging lines along a horizontal line. This picture creates the illusion of three-dimensional space with vanishing point as well. The human body is important for creating meaning in visual arts. The context of the body, where it is, and the position of the body are rhetorically charged. Human viewers relate to visual representations of the human figure, both realistic, abstract, and symbolic renderings of the human body. It has the power to create sympathy or empathy with the viewer. For example, this is the David, pictured here. Michelangelo's David, we see the nude David standing with a sling over his shoulder. He's poised to kill the giant Goliath. David's body position, including his contrapposto pose, turned head, bent arms, youthful body, all tell the young hero's story. This is Cupid and Psyche, or Antonio Canvana's marble Psyche revived by Cupid's kiss. It tells the story through body position and action. The two stone figures are frozen in the moment when Cupid awakens Psyche with a kiss. The arms, the bodies, leaning towards each other. The heads of the figures, poised to move, ready for action. This is a YouTube video. It's a shadow dance where the story is told with bodies and music.
You've got the words to change a nation, but you're biting your tongue. You spent a lifetime stuck in silence, afraid you'll say something wrong. If no one ever hears it, how we gonna learn your song? So come on, come on, come on, come on. You've got a heart as loud as lion, so I let your voice be told. Baby, we're a little different, there's no need to be ashamed. You've got the light to fight the shadow, so stop hiding it away. Come on, come on. I wanna sing, I wanna shout, I wanna scream till the words dry out. So put it in all of the papers. I'm not afraid, they can read all about it, read all about it. Oh, 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 sing away the blues, making sure that we're remembered, yeah, 'cause we all matter too. If the truth has been forbidden, then we're breaking all the rules. So come on, come on, come on, come on, let's get the TV and the radio to play our tune again. It's about time we got some airplay of our version of events. There's no need to be afraid, I will sing with you, my friends. Come on, come on. I wanna sing, I wanna shout, I wanna scream till the words cry out. So put it in all of the papers. I'm not afraid, they can read all about it, read all about it. Oh, 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 oh,
Notice how in this video, bodies told stories not just in the performance itself, but also the bodies of the audience and the judges, how they were reacting to what they were viewing. And we, as viewers, responded to that as well. All of these bodies working together to tell a story. Context and argument. Context is everything that surrounds an object. It includes the physical place setting, where the sculpture is displayed or a painting is hanging, the historical setting, the time in which it's created, the time in which it's being viewed, the socio-political situation, the individual life story of the artist. Everything that surrounds a piece of art is context, and it adds to the meaning of the art being viewed. The argument or message of an artwork is the overarching meaning of the work for the viewer, the cultural work in which the artwork engages. Among other things, this argument or message is created through the combined rhetorical devices listed here. For list of more rhetorical devices, particularly literary devices, see literary.edublogs.org. For the purposes of this class, argument and message of an image is related to the literary fairy tale that it depicts. We'll talk more about all of these aspects of visual thinking in future lessons. For further online resources, look at Understanding Formal Analysis from the Getty, Educational Art Websites with the DIA, and MET Timelines of Art. There are also resources included on your wiki. Thank you.